Teofimo Lopez reiterates that the zone won't be alone around longer than 5 years, and that you got the silver spoon fed Schmuck over there, as he refers to allegedly Eddie Hearn being a silver spoon fed Schmuck, uh, which is hilarious because Eddie Hearn, he's the same guy who was talking about, oh, Wilder's legs will get snapped in two, but you showing Teofimo respect after he disrespects the platform you're affiliated with. He disrespects your promotional tactics and other things. See, I now see that Eddie Hearn's in a position where he got to be nice to guys that he possibly could work with again, even though that he doesn't like the guy and that he's talking about what he can't sell. But he also complimented him while he was disrespecting him, saying, oh, you couldn't sell out this and this with Josh Taylor, but when we had the Kambosos fight on my platform, you sold it out. Barely. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to like show Teofimo respect. Teofimo don't respect nobody. I don't know why these promoters keep showing him respect, and Teofimo, man, Teofimo, man, he got a lot of leeway with guys, cause he talked down on Top Rank, and talked down on other fighters, and saying ESPN and these guys got agendas, and he said all these words and different things. Other fighters say one little comment, and people run with stories for months. I don't know how Teofimo says all this stuff about people and nobody makes a story about it, but we'll say something about Wilder. Say, man, I think my suit was heavy. I don't know what happened. Oh my God, his suit was heavy. Corny fans, man, super casuals. UFC fans won't even accept boxing fans like that. But what I'm looking at now is with the Teofimo situation. Eddie Hearn, if you had to ask him right now, he would possibly still work with him in the future. That's how I know the stable is kind of weak right now. In the last couple of fights I've seen with these decisions and trying to hold on to belts and things like that, all this allegedly, but I'm just saying, trying to hold on to the belts and things like that, it's a little weak over there right now. I have to agree with Teofimo. It's a little weak over there right now. Because a lot of things that's going on as far as with the stables and the fights that's not being made. There's no way Deontay Wilder should be asking Anthony Joshua for a fight for 5 years and stuff like that. Longer than that. But that's the operation that's going on right now. Teofimo saying that right now. It's not going to last the way they're doing things. And I would agree. But also, shoot, he need to figure out if he's going to last 5 more years also. Because right now, yeah, you getting belts and opportunities, but you just retired last year. Is you going to stay around for 5 more years? That's what I'm trying to realize. Like, you retiring and doing all this and people doing interviews with you, taking you serious. Then somebody else, they lose one fight, then everybody's like, oh, his career is over. What about Teofimo? Oh, he beat Josh Taylor. Okay. They said Jack Catterall beat Josh Taylor. What did that do for Jack Catterall's career? Nothing. He just had his second fight since the Josh Taylor fight. So no, it hasn't done anything. He's fought literally like 15 rounds since 16 rounds? Since the Josh Taylor fight, that's not a lot of rounds. So, and then Eddie Hearn talking about how Teofimo only fought once in 2021 and twice in 2022, and then he fought once in 2023. Basically saying he's almost inactive, basically. He's not active like that. He's fighting basically one time a year. I mean, it's just back and forth, man. But you got to understand, this is the guy you invested your money into. You know what I'm saying? Which created a good fight. It was a very good fight with him and George Kambosos. But a lot of guys, they're not really stuck on being on the zone as a platform, even with Canelo. Canelo just said PBC puts on the best fights. Nobody said Canelo was wrong. All these Canelo fans who hate PBC and they don't like PBC and the business they do, they ain't say nothing when Canelo said PBC and Showtime, they put on the best fights. And see what I'm saying? So a lot of these things that's going on as far as who's a bigger fighter and who deserves this and who deserves that. Eddie Hearn's saying Teofimo is basically a $1 million, $2 million fighter who wants 3 or 4 times what he's getting, which would be like 8 or 10 million. He's like, well, I'm an $8 or $10 million fighter. Like, no, he's not. He said, bro, if you want to go with the analytics that you're trying to bring up, he was like, if we bring up your sales and social media numbers and all the things they look at. I didn't know boxing promoters look at social media numbers now. That's kind of odd. I didn't know they look at boxing. They look at social media numbers. Last time I checked, Shannon Sharp had what, a little bit under 100,000 subscribers. Followers when he first started with Skip. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using that as an example because if we're going by followers, he blew up way bigger than what his followers were. What? We're going by followers in boxing? But yeah, I'm just gonna repeat that again. We're going by followers in boxing. He literally said that social media numbers all come into play. Really? For a boxing match? So you want Ryan Garcia, you see what you started? Now dudes gotta be rappers and they gotta be boxers. They gotta start promotional companies. They gotta have social media marketing and just the whole everything going on. But these other guys like Lomachenko ain't on social media doing all this. Yeah, man. Certain people, man. Certain folks. Certain folks. That's all I'm gonna say. But what is Teofimo's options at 140? He acting like he don't want to fight Ryan Garcia because that's his friend. But everybody wants to fight to happen. Ryan Garcia wants to fight to happen. Oscar wants to fight to happen. Bob Arum wants to fight to happen. Teofimo doesn't want the fight to happen. Then he says the Tank Davis catch weight is a problem, even though not the catch weight, but the rehydration clause. Even though Ryan Garcia was cool with it, Canelo's been doing rehydration clauses for years, especially in Danny Jacobs' fight. Nobody complained about that. So, I mean, accept what you gonna get, bro. Accept what you gonna get. Just like how you was talking about other fighters not deserving a shot at Undisputed and this and this. You're gonna have to get what you're gonna get. You and Eddie Hearn in the same position. The zone probably got 5 years left, and you probably got 5 years left. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.